So I'm going to invite us all to kind of drop into whatever feels good for a bit of a guided meditation this morning. And during this guided meditation, we'll hear the theme and the prompt for our question that we're going to work on throughout class. So I want you to be super comfy. I want it to be loving and kind. If you want, you can even sit with your back all the way to the wall for some added support, or maybe you even lie down. But get nice and comfy, cozy. And if you are seated, maybe you just start with some really gentle shoulder rolls today. Just kind of shaking off whatever we brought in with us. And it might feel really good if those knees are like real high. It might feel good to place blocks underneath them so you can just kind of release the pelvic floor and the hips a little bit. And then if you're circling those shoulders, maybe you go the opposite way if you haven't already. And we'll start to slow that down. Just take a few little neck rolls here. I don't know about you, but with all of the things coming up on the to-do list, that neck and shoulders are super tight. Let's just invite them to soften and release here. Good. And then just kind of shake out any residual energy. Just shake your hands, maybe just shake it out on your head, maybe shake your whole torso. Whatever feels right, wiggle your toes. And then we'll start to come into our meditation. So palms down to ground. If you feel like you need a bit more grounding, feeling a bit more anchored, then the palms are down. If you feel like you need a bit more lightness, a bit more energy, palms are up. Just inviting that energy in, whatever feels right for you today. I'm going to ask that you maybe close the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. If not, the gaze is soft out at the tip of the nose. And before we do anything at all, just notice the shape that your body's in. Maybe you bring the rib cage to sit directly on top of the hips. And maybe that chin even falls just a tiny bit towards the chest. Maybe the shoulders start to soften, the hips start to release. Maybe the tongue falls from the roof of the mouth and widens in the lower palate. Maybe you start to soften and relax the face here. And just notice the shape that you're in. Notice the floor underneath you, the temperature of the air in the room. Notice the weight of your own clothing. Maybe you even notice the hair on your head. And then maybe you start to notice your breath here. Noticing it cool on the inhale at the nostril if that's available today, and warm on the exhale, that breath warmed by your body. Maybe you notice the gentle rise and fall of your belly. And just a few more deep breaths like this, just noticing the breath. We'll start to let the day, the week, the month, the year soften around the edges. Allow the noise of it all just to fall back just a bit. And let yourself land gently in this moment. As we move into colder months, the world around us shifts. The light changes, the pace slows, and the air grows still. Nature naturally pulls inward, not to hide, but to rest and to listen. And maybe that's our invitation too, not to force ourselves to cheer or celebrate or anything that doesn't feel true, but to simply listen, to observe. Gratitude doesn't have to be loud, doesn't have to be joyful, it doesn't have to be a list of blessings or a performance of positivity. Sometimes gratitude is subtle, quiet, it's private. It's something that arrives in its own time and in its own shape. Maybe gratitude is a soft exhale. Maybe it's a warm cup in your hands. Maybe it's just a moment of relief, or somebody's kindness. Maybe it's your own resilience, a memory, a breath, a place inside of you that feels just a little more spacious than it did yesterday. I invite you to explore this question, not to answer it yet, but just to carry it with you through your practice. What feels supportive, nourishing, and comforting to you in this season of your life, even if it's something small? There's no right or wrong way to feel, no right way to practice, and no right way to experience gratitude. We just notice, let it rise and fall, let it shift as you move, and let it be whatever it needs to be. When we come into our stillness later, our meditative journaling, we'll have space to write this down. And just jot down or draw or scribble, scrabble anything that came up during this time. But for now, let's just hold this question softly. We'll let it guide our practice. What feels supportive, nourishing, or comforting to me in this season of my life, even if it's something small. We'll start to take some deep breaths here, just allowing the belly to fill with fresh breath. And then maybe we'll take a nice big inhale and exhale a nice big sigh together. H-A-ha. Let's do that one more time together. Releasing anything that's no longer serving us. Let's bring the palms together here and warm them by rubbing the hands together. Once those hands are nice and toasty warm, we'll cup them over our eyes, bathing the eyes in a little warmth today. When it feels right, maybe you start to blink the eyes open underneath the palms, allowing light to spill in between the fingers. And then release the hands down to the lap. Welcome, you have arrived. How's the temperature in here? Is it too warm? Is it just right? Yeah, I got you. Lock it down. Oops. Alrighty. It's like everybody's on their blankie, which is beautiful. Let's go ahead and just release those legs out nice and long. And we'll just start by windshield wipering the feet. And you can take the feet a little wider than hips width here and just swish them. Just kind of warming up the body. We already rolled our shoulders. We took a moment to look inward, drop into the sensations in our body. Good. And then we'll slow it down and we'll start to point and flex the feet. Just gonna move so you can see me a little better. Beautiful. And then we'll kind of do a free-for-all here, little circles, snap, crackle, pop, whatever it is just that you need. And then opening the toes and closing the toe. I'm going to mimic that with my hands because I got socks on. Beautiful. And we'll start with some gentle nerve flossing. So from here, we're going to keep those feet flexed, toes point to the ceiling. Maybe the gaze lifts. I like to take my hands kind of behind me, like we're in a staff posture. You can be up on fingertips. You could bring a block behind you. You can place your palms down or in your lap, whatever feels best for you. And then as we exhale, we're going to point the toes and bring the chin to the chest. Inhaling, flex, gaze lifts. And exhaling, point, chin to chest. Do this a few more times just like this. Notice the sensations that run throughout your body. And if you come across a sensation that feels like stiffness, tightness, you can just breathe into it here. Just notice. We're not placing any judgment. We're just becoming the observer. And when we bring that breath there, it's an invitation. You may surrender. You may relax. Good. Now, with our feet flexed, the gaze looking up, we're going to go ahead and switch so that we're going to bring the chin to the chest and then point the toes and lift the gaze. To me, I feel like this one feels like a lot more sensation. You can get curious about that. And a few more times just like this. Such a gentle and small movement feels very profound throughout the entire body. Beautiful. And we'll start to slow it down, coming back into neutral. Go ahead and flop those feet around a little bit just to release. Woo! Very, very good. All right. Wonderful. So from here, let's go ahead and bring that left foot into the right thigh, close to the pubic bone as you can get, but don't worry about it if it doesn't go all the way up. If this feels like you're kind of collapsing, right, and it doesn't feel really secure, what you can do is take the blanket underneath your hips here and kind of bring the bottom kind of close to the edge of that blanket. And what that does is it takes our pelvis and actually tilts it towards where we're going to end up. So that might feel really interesting, especially as we switch legs. So from here, we're going to take the arms up overhead. And from here, I want us to check out what's happening in our rib cage. Are we flaying it open? And if so, we're just going to start to tuck it so that the ribs are in line with our hips. Big inhale here. And exhale, go ahead and just fold forward. Inhale up. And exhale, fold forward. Maybe the gaze is at the imaginary horizon line. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. Big breath in. And exhale. Good. Last one, we're going to come all the way up, and then we're going to exhale, start to come forward. Now, a lot of different variations of where those hands might end up. You might feel really good with a block underneath your hand, and you're just going to sit here rocking, right? My block is way far away. And you might sit here just rocking over that extended leg. That might feel really nice to your nervous system. You may be at a point where you're like, I just want to drop right down. Maybe that gaze is at the imaginary horizon line. You're holding onto the toes. Maybe not. You can always bring in your strap. You can always go around the foot. Gentle, loving kindness. And rock here. If the belly starts to come down to the thigh, that gaze is out at that imaginary horizon line, and eventually you want to go ahead and take the chin to the chest, you can go ahead and do that. If this feels like, whoa, way too much sensation, you can even back off and let that foot be floppy and wiggly. So many things here. A la carte, you choose what feels best in your body. I like to move, especially early in the morning. It tells my nervous system that everything's okay. So even that gentle rock from left to right is going, oh, this big sensation is no longer scary. It's just, oh, we're walking through the woods. Or something easily as nice. Beautiful. So when we come up from this, we place our fingertips on the ground like little stilts. And we inhale as we walk the hands back. That keeps everything nice and gentle for that low spine. Beautiful. Let's take a nice big inhale here. Arms are going to come up, check in with those ribs that they didn't splay forward. And this time we're going to exhale. Maybe go ahead and look over that right shoulder. Little twist here. And just a couple of breaths. Can the gaze start to look even more towards the right? When you inhale, can you lengthen through that spine a bit more and twist a bit deeper? Can you do that without tightening the jaw? And if the answer is no, maybe we back off just a hair and honor that. Good. When you're ready, we'll take a nice big inhale and exhale, unravel all the way. Good. From here, let's go ahead and let that left leg come out long. Now my left leg has knee problems, so I'm going to take it nice and gentle. You might feel the same in your body. It's going to feel different from different legs. So from here, we're going to take a nice big inhale. Those arms are going to come up. I'm going to check in with my rib cage that's sitting right on top of my hips. And then as we exhale, we might come forward, gazes at that imaginary horizon line, inhaling all the way back up. Exhaling. Big breath. And move with your breath. It's like you're a paintbrush and you're just moving with the breath. 2 more times just like that. And when it's time, you'll know it's time. You're going to keep your gaze at the imaginary horizon line, and then maybe you come down to stilt on either side of that foot. Maybe you rock from left to right. You know your body. Remember, I celebrate your nose, so whatever you need, right? Maybe you have that strap brought in. Maybe you're gentle here. It's going to feel different depending on the leg and the side of the body we're working on. And then maybe at some point you're like, oh yeah, it's time to drop that head and the chin starts to come towards the chest. And maybe you stay rocking the entire time. Maybe you even practice just wiggling the toes. It's all enough. Just being present in your body is enough. Just arriving to the mat is enough. Just breathing is enough. When you're ready, we take a nice big inhale, stilt the fingertips, and start to walk yourself all the way back up. Beautiful. Big inhale, these arms are coming up overhead, check in with the rib cage, and then exhale, we're going to take it over to that left side. Little bit of a twist here. Inhaling, we'll lengthen the spine. Exhaling, go ahead and twist over to the left. Can your eyes start to gaze a little bit more to the left? Check in with the jaw. If you're clenching here, just back off a smidge. Good. Big inhale and exhale, release all the way. We're going to take those feet all the way out and go ahead and wiggle them around. This really helps. If you're finding that the hamstrings are really tight, you can take that blanket right underneath your bottom, kind of shimmy the sit bones a little closer to that edge, and it really does make all the difference. All of a sudden my pelvis is like, oh, I've tipped this way towards the goal. Interesting. So if you want to play with that, you can. Good. So we're going to take our feet a little wider than the mat here. Beautiful. And we're going to prep exactly the same way. If it feels better to have those feet floppy, those knees nice and soft, you go for it. If you want to, you can flex the feet for more sensation. We're going to inhale, the arms come up, check in with those ribs. Are they shining on top of the pelvis like a light? And then we're going to inhale and then exhale, start to fold forward. Inhale all the way up. The gaze is going to be at that imaginary horizon line. Exhale the entire length of the exhale. Inhale the entire length of that inhale. You're rising. 2 more times just like this. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Maybe the fingertips come down to the floor. Maybe they come up on blocks. Right? Lots of options. Maybe the gaze is at that imaginary horizon line and you're pretending as though you can pull the heart through in between the arms to eventually lay it down onto the floor. Maybe you're rocking gently. Yeah, maybe you're wiggling the toes, right? This does not have to be a static posture. Good. And then at some point you may feel that draw to bring the chin to the chest. For me, this changes the entire posture. All of a sudden, the back of my neck is having a lot of sensation. My shoulder blades soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. You can always wiggle the toes. You can always open and close the mouth. I'm not looking. You're safe here. You're just noticing what's going on in the body. Right. When you're ready to come out, we stilt those fingertips. We take a nice big inhale and we walk ourselves back up, letting the hands help out with that so it's not all on that low back. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring the legs together. And we're going to find ourselves in a tabletop, so a couple of options to get there. You may decide to come to mermaid legs and then find yourself up in that tabletop. You may come to cross the knees and then come up into that tabletop. If your knees are a little ouchy today, invitation to bring the blanket underneath the knees. Beautiful. I like to tuck my toes in my tabletop. It helps me feel more grounded and more stable. You may do whatever you wish, whatever feels good in your body. I also feel like I get a little additional stretch through the feet, which is nice as we come into boot season, right? Beautiful. Let's take the knees a little wider than hip distance. In order to measure that, I like to take two fists together side by side and place them between my knees, and then I go a little wider than that. Beautiful. From here, the palms are on the mat, but there's this little lift, like we almost have a suction cup right here in the middle. And then each finger is spread nice and wide, and we're pressing the thumb and the fingers pads into the mat, and we're pressing the floor away. So just notice that for a moment. I feel like this could be a whole yoga posture in itself, right? This like kind of slacked back where we're just kind of hanging out, to pressing that floor away. What happens to our shoulder blades here? You can almost feel them moving from the top of the spine right onto the back, and then when you press the mat away from you, they kind of move away from each other. Good. And then there's a little bit of a hold or a gentle hug that's happening in the abdominals, and what that does is it protects the low back. Good. From here, we'll take a nice big inhale. And then as we exhale, go ahead and look over at that left foot, creating a C shape with our spine. Inhale back to neutral, and exhale, creating that C shape with our spine as we look over to the right. And just continue just like that with your own breath and your own timing and your own movement. There's no wrong way to do it. Beautiful. Wherever you are, we're going to start to come into stillness, right back at neutral, and we'll start our cat-cow. Inhaling, the belly will drop, that tail's going to lift, the gaze is going to lift. And then exhale, articulate through that spine like a Halloween cat, tucking the tail, chin comes towards the chest. Inhaling, find your cow. And exhaling, find your cat. A few more times with your own movement, your own breath. Let's see if we can't yoke that breath and that movement together. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to come into stillness. My teacher recently taught me something. I'd love to share it with you. You're going to need a couple blocks for this one. We're going to place them right underneath the palms. Go ahead and let's start on the right side so we feel like most of us will have more control here. So we're going to keep that left palm on the block. Yeah, perfect, just like that. Fingers are nice and wide so it feels nice and supportive. And from here, we're going to create almost like that thread the needle motion. We're going to take that right arm, we're going to bring it up. We're going to take a nice big inhale and then exhale. We're going to start to bring this through, but see how much space we have? We're not going to come all the way down. We're going to actually come all the way back up. And exhaling. Good, big breath in. Let's do 2 more just like this. Exhale. Last one, big breath in. And exhale. Okay, place that back of the hand right underneath where the center of your chest would go. Then we're going to bring the top of the head to the floor. I know it looks weird. That's all right. Bear with me. As we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to start to thread that right hand like we're threading the needle. And as we do so, we're going to roll onto almost like the occipital bone of our forehead. So it's a little bit like this. Let me take off my glasses so you can see. We're coming down, right? Just like this. And then as we go, we roll onto that side. And we're going to do that a few times, bringing that palm of the hand back into the center of the chest. We're coming up onto almost the forehead. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll through that occipital bone right to the side of the head there. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times just like this. And exhale. Last one. Bringing that hand right to the palm, the center of the heart, and then exhale. Find that extension. Good, and we'll start to bring ourselves all the way back up. Really, really nice. Hard to do with glasses, but that's okay. Just take them off. Good, let's go ahead and switch palms. So we're bringing in that right block. The right hand is coming to that block. And then we're going to take that left hand, inhale, bring it all the way up. And then exhale, go ahead and find that rotation. A little twist, inhale all the way back up. And exhaling, twist. Big inhale. And exhale, twist. Last one, big inhale. And exhaling, twist. We'll twist all the way through for this. Good. And then let's bring it back. We're going to take the back of the hand, and the palm of the hand will face up towards the center of the chest. Same thing we did on the other side. Good. We'll bring the top of the head right here to the floor. Boop, just like that. And then as we inhale, we're just rotating that head and to face that hand. And then the hand comes through. Inhaling, bringing it back. Exhaling. Good. And we're just moving through 2 more times like this. That hand's going to extend. We're going to roll to the side of the head. And last one. Good. And bringing it all the way back. Inhale, coming all the way up. How are we doing with that? That's a new one, right? It's got a lot of sensation to it. I feel like we're crossing the body. So we have both hemispheres of the brain and we're getting a nice little massage for the top of the head. So it's something interesting, right? Its brain is tingly. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take it. It's not every day your brain is tingly, so I'll take it. All right. So from here, you may choose to stay up on your blocks, especially if your wrists are kind of ouchy this morning. All right, let's go ahead and take that left foot to the floor. Boop. Yeah, you might have to scooch up if you're a little close to that wall there. And we're just getting a very gentle calf stretch here, so the heel is pressing back. Good. Now you may decide that you want to drop the head here, maybe shake it out, open and close the mouth. Maybe you decide to take a couple of cat-cows here and just see what that feels like in your body. Beautiful. Good. And then maybe we'll slow that down. We can start to bring that left knee back under. Let's go ahead and switch it out. That right foot's going to come back, toes to the floor. We're finding a little stretch through the calf here. And you can let that jaw kind of relax, let the chin come to the chest, rock it out here. Or come into stillness, whatever feels best in your body. No is your power word. Good. Maybe you do a couple of cat-cows. Beautiful. Fantastic. And we'll start to slow that down, bringing that leg right back under. Fantastic. From here, I'm going to start on my left side so you can see. We're going to take that left shin, and this is, my teacher taught me this as well. We're going to take our left shin and allow it to come out. It feels weird. It feels like a weird kickstand. Yep. And we're just going to let it sit there. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to bring this arm up, and we're just going to reach all the way up. Let that hip kind of just out into space here. It's just a big reach. You can wiggle the arm. If that doesn't feel good in the shoulder, I always like to bring my hand to the top of my shoulder. Beautiful. And go ahead and set it back down. From here, maybe you allow your hips to kind of come back like a child's pose, but instead of tucking the pelvis, we're going to allow the hips to really come out and splay out. Good. And we'll inhale, come back up. And then exhale, really setting those hips back. I want you to picture the two sit bones just widening, like two big googly eyes. Good, and come back up. Beautiful. From here, what we're going to do with this ankle is we're going to take this ankle and we're going to place it behind the knee. Let me move so you can see. See that there? Yeah, you got it. Good. So then that's going to sit right in there. And then from here, same thing. We'll take a nice big inhale, come forward, and then exhale, let it widen. You're going to sit back. Yeah, big sensation. Okay. Stay here, take a couple of breaths. You can always back off of that sensation. Yep, you can keep it moving. Absolutely. You can come forward and back if that feels better in your body. Good. Inhaling, coming all the way forward. Let's go ahead and take that back out like a weird little kickstand. Fantastic. And then from here, we're just going to sit those hips back, nice wide hips. And inhale, come forward. And then exhale, come back. Let the hips really get wide here. Good. Inhale, come forward. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the top of that, boop, boop, boop. We're going to take the top of that foot and it's going to go in the middle of our calf. Okay, the further down we get, the more sensation this is going to be. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to inhale here and then exhale, start to send that hips back. It might be enough just to be here, and that's okay. If you want to sit back into it and just let the body do what it does, get familiar with the sensation. We hold a lot of tension in our calf muscles. Yep, you can let that head soften towards the floor if that feels good. You can release the jaw here. I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to roll my feet here. And what that's going to do, it's going to almost create like a massage. I like to take my foot and do like little circles, right? You can get a little creative with it. There you go. I'm a sensation person. I'm like, ooh, what's this? What's that? Good. When you're ready, big inhale coming all the way back. Go ahead and take that left foot out like that little kickstand here. Good. Nice wide hips as we come on back. Little reset. Good. Inhaling. Bring it all the way forward and then exhale, setting those hips back. It's almost like the hips are like opening away from one another. And we'll inhale, we'll come all the way back up. All right, now from here, we're going to take our little kickstand leg, right? And we're going to bring it so that it sits on top of the ankle. This can be a very tender spot here. So just really notice what your body needs. Okay, because that's that Achilles heel, right? That back there, that Achilles tendon. So from here, same thing, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you start to sink back. And then of course, if you're me, I'm up trying to get as much sensation as possible, but that's just me and my body. And you'll notice that I'm rocking and creating almost this like massaging feeling. And it might feel really good to do too. Or you can be way, way up on those knees and just breathing here. Let the hips be soft, let them be wide. Good, big inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Go ahead and take the feet back into our traditional tabletop here, and we'll just tap them out. Woo, shake it out, shake it out. It's all gonna be okay. Whoa, okay, all right. I'm just gonna tap down the heat again a little bit. All right, from here we're gonna do the same thing, but opposite side. So let me go ahead and switch my position. So we're gonna start with that right knee out at that weird little kickstand, right? We're gonna take a nice big, now listen, if this is getting too much in the shoulders, we don't want to cause any crunching. So you can bring in your blocks here. No need to come all the way down to the floor. Yeah, there you go. So take a nice big inhale here and then exhale. As you come back, nice wide hips. Instead of that tuck, right? We're gonna wide hips all the way back. Big inhale, come up. And exhale, send the hips back. We forgot to take our nice big stretch, so we'll come all the way back up. We'll take a nice big stretch. Let that hip kind of open. I don't know about you, but that feels lovely. Let that hip really kick over to the right. Yeah. Good. I like to take the top of my hand to my shoulder and just kind of do big circles here, and it feels really good. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. We'll inhale, we'll bring it back. Sorry about that. Forgot our stretch, guys. All right. So from here, we're going to take that foot and place it at the back of the knee, right? Just like how we started on the other side. You know where we're going. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Start to settle down. You might notice a difference between that left calf to the right calf. Yep, a lot of love here, a lot of tenderness. If you want to come down to the forearms, you can. Yep. Me too. Me too, friends. Me too. My left calf is like, what happened? And that's okay. Permission to allow it to be what it is. Be the observer. Don't to place any judgment on it at all. Good job. We'll take a nice big inhale, come all the way back up. Take out that weird little kickstand. Very technical terms here today. And we'll take a nice big inhale here and then exhale, send the hips back. It's like a little reset. You let that chin fall towards the chest if that feels good. And inhale back up. And exhale one more time. Let the hips be nice and wide. Good, big inhale, come all the way up. All right, you know what's next. We're gonna take this in the middle of our calf. If that's too much, that's okay. All right, find where you need it. Move from there, big inhale here, and then exhale. We're starting to send those hips back. You can come onto the forearms. A lot of options. And again, if you need more sensation, you're kind of rolling that foot around, massaging, giving wiggles to the toes. If you need less, you're lifting the hips up. Yep, you got it. You got it. Let this be an exploration. Allow yourself to be curious. I love how we're honoring ourselves. We're moving in a way that feels right for our body. Good. When you're ready, I could stay there all day, but we're going to take a nice big inhale and come all the way back up. Go ahead and take your little kickstand out. Good. Inhaling here and then exhaling, allowing those hips to be nice and wide as we set them back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, setting them back. Nice and wide here. Let the chin fall to the chest. Let the jaw soften. Good. Big inhale, come all the way back up. All right, you know what's next. We're going to bring that top of the foot right to the Achilles tendon, right at the ankle. And then we'll take a nice inhale and exhale ourselves all the way back. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. We just dropped in, right? I like to wiggle my toe for more sensation. The toe that's on the cross, not the one that's on the floor, because that would be weird. Because my toe wouldn't be able to move. And just a couple of deep breaths here. Fantastic. So beautiful. Take a nice big inhale. Start to find your way all the way up. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to find my original position. Don't mind me. Beautiful. All right, really, really nice. From here, we're going to start to find our way onto our bottoms. I like to walk my knees towards my hands and then just plop my butt down. Right, there you go. All right, and we'll come all the way down, starting a staff bent knee here. And this is really just because we're focusing on all the areas of the body. We want to go ahead and find kind of this angle here that the hips are going to tuck a little bit, and then we're slowly going to come all the way down. Yeah, don't hit your head on that wall. Slowly come down. Woo! All right, I don't know how slow that was, but I did my best. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and take the feet as wide as the mat, and we're just going to windshield wiper those knees from left to right. That probably feels pretty heavenly after all that hip work. Oh yeah, you're so welcome. Oh my God, we're not that old. Crack, crack, crack. Me too. Me too, friends. That's why we do it, right? Work it all out here. This will serve you. Everything on the mat, right? The discursive thoughts, the ideas, the self-talk, the physical asana, the practice, the breath work. It's all to help you in your day-to-day life. That's why we practice on the mat. We're safe on the mat. You can explore on the mat. Be in control of your transitions here. It's just a practice. No judgment. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find ourselves in stillness. Go ahead and take the palms of the feet a little closer together. So we're about hips width apart now. And why don't we go ahead and start with the left foot on top of that right knee in our figure 4 posture. Options here just to stay here and rock these hips. That might feel real good in that low back. Yeah. Or you could come up to hold on to the thigh or hold on to the shin of that right leg. Whatever you need today. Only take what you need. Yep. Check in with the jaw, right? Because if the jaw is clenched, it means your face is trying to help you out. I have never once in my entire life has my face helped me out of anything. Not once. If any, right? So from there, we know that the body's trying to communicate, hey, this is too much. And we can back off. We can breathe. So just take what you need. If that's movement, maybe you even just wiggle the toes. Maybe you just rock the ankle here. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Invitation to do that in your daily life too. If you're sitting in traffic and things are getting a little bit heated, wiggle your toes. If you're having a conversation with somebody and you need a bit of movement to regulate, wiggle, 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 wiggle. No one's going to see it if you wiggle your feet around. Permission to move in ways that you need it throughout your day. Beautiful. You may stay here if this is what you need. And you may breathe here and stay here for a few breaths. If you're coming with me, that's fine too. I'll guide you in where we're headed. So I'm going to come back to putting my right foot on the floor. My left knee my left foot is still on my right knee. And from here, I'm just going to allow that left foot to take the floor. So I'm coming into like this gentle twist. And then my shoulders are staying on the floor. And then from here, my right hand is taking that left knee, if it feels good, and starting to pull that left thigh into the earth here, towards the earth. Good. Maybe That left arm is long on the floor at a T shape here, and maybe the cervical spine feels nice and you can go ahead and look over that left hand. If not, everything stays right at neutral. Good. When you're ready, we're going to take a nice big inhale, bring everything back up. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that left foot, bring the knees into the chest. Just rock here. Rock it out from left to right. Real gentle, real loving, real kind. Beautiful. And when you're ready, let's plant the feet back on the mat about hips distance apart. We're going to do the same thing but opposite side. That right heel is going to come over that left knee. And stay here for just a breath or two and allow for the hips to rock from left to right. Just like, let's settle into this a little bit before we come into any kind of static. And now that we've been here for a minute, maybe rolling the ankle, wiggling through the hips. Now, if you'd like to take the back of that thigh, you can, or the shin, you might choose to do that. And you might stay rocking here, wiggling through the toes until you finally settle into stillness, if it ever comes. Check in with the jaw. Can you let your back molars soften so that they're not touching? And notice the shift in your body when that happens. A few more deep breaths here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, and you can stay here, option to stay here if it feels right. Or if you're coming with me, that left foot's going to take the floor again. I'm going to take a nice big inhale, and we're going to exhale as that right foot maybe comes to the floor all the way to the left. Maybe that left hand takes that left knee, thigh area. And on an inhale here, we'll find expanse. On the exhale, start to bring that left thigh towards the earth. Maybe you go ahead and let that right arm go long, and the gaze looks over that right shoulder. Only if that feels good in the cervical spine. Otherwise, everything's at neutral. When you're ready, take a nice big inhale. Cervical spine comes on first, nice and neutral. And then on your next inhale, you'll bring the knees back up towards the sky. Good. Go ahead and release that right foot. We'll bring both knees into the chest here. Let's go ahead and take them a little wider, like we're kind of in a happy baby, but not really. And then we'll place our hands behind the thighs and kind of let the feet go loosey-goosey as we rock from left to right. Yeah, let's do as floppy as we can here. Super floppy. No one's looking. We're going to just loosen it all up. Floppy, 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 floppy. Your inner fish. Flop it out. Good. Let's see if we can take those feet a little wider. The knees open just a little wider. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. And then we'll slow it on down. Bring the knees together. Okay. So we have a bolster. Invitation to take that bolster underneath the knees. Invitation to take your blanket and curl yourself up underneath that blanket. Does anybody need anything? Any blankie time? Yes? I got you. I can get your feet too, which is always a bummer when you're like, oh, my feet are out of the blankie. I know, you're tall too. We'll wrap these little feet up because you're on the floor. Here, there you go. Now you're warm. Yeah. Oh, you ladies look perfect. Little bugs in a rug. You want yours? Yeah. You're good. You want this one? You want this one too? Yes, you want all of it. Oh yes. Oh yeah. This is your favorite part. I know. You are so welcome. Snuggle like a buggle in a ruggle. Shavasana. Brief rest. A place to become the observer of your body. To allow your practice to integrate into your system. A mini death. Allow yourself to just bask in the vibration of our theme question today. What feels supportive, nourishing, or comforting to me in this season of my life, even if it's something small? You don't have to answer it. Just acknowledge, just notice. And allow your body to completely release into the earth. And when it's time, I'll call you back gently. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rocking through wrists and ankles. Rocking the head from left to right. Mindful of the wall behind you. Maybe you lift the arms and stretch like a child waking from their nap. Ooh. Maybe you bring the knees into the chest and kick your props away like little kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then we'll roll over onto either side or come all the way up if that feels better for you. Whatever feels better. If you're rolling onto your side, you're just staying here for a moment in fetal position, allowing the earth to rise up to meet you, sky above you protecting you. And with the left hand, you'll press your hand into the earth and slowly rise all the way up to your seat. Our question today, my loves, is something you might want to put in your journal. Maybe you just want to draw, maybe you just want to doodle, maybe you don't want to write the question at all. What feels supportive, nourishing, or comforting in me in this season of my life, even if it's something small? What feels supportive, nourishing, or comforting to me in this season of my life, even if it's something small? Jotting down the last few words. Allowing the space to close around this. And if you like, you can always come back to this question. Maybe you bring it into your meditation. And we'll close today by placing the hands in Anjali Mudra. So fingers are spread nice and wide, finger pads touching. As we bring our palms together, we create almost like this little circle, like we're holding that suction cup on either side. We bring the thumbs right to the center, a little bit lower than the center of the sternum, and then we press up with our thumbs. So it's almost this lifting of the heart sensation, relaxing the shoulders. Just ending this space, closing the space with just a little bit of gratitude for your body, for your spirit, for your breath. Gratitude for the practice, for what it teaches, for what it provides. And gratitude for all the beauty that surrounds us each and every day, with very special thanks to our own Lake Huntington. And I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me to guide you through your practice. When we get silly or weird, I appreciate it. And I am truly humbled by each and every one of you being part of this absolutely gorgeous community. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and we bow.